Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight on the Conference Carolina's digital network. You are looking live at Pepsi Stadium in Tigerville, South Carolina. The setting for tonight's matchup between the visiting Belmont Abbey College Crusaders and the North Greenville University Crusaders. Well, before anything else, let me take you through both teams' starting 11s before tonight's kickoff. First off, for the visiting Belmont Abbey Crusaders, there are going to be a couple changes from the side that took on Mount Olive University this past Saturday. Starting in goal is number 1 senior Ben Nust. In the back line is number 88 Sander Herlofsen, number 3 Bowen Halvard, number 4 Omar Gonzalez, and number 12 Adam Lindskog. Into the midfield, number 14 Tyler Stopford. And here's where the change comes for them is number 13, Alex Piro, comes into the side. And also in the midfield is number 21, Kevin Daly. And up top, number 9, Nathan Deemling. Number 32, Kinsley Owens. And also up there is number 10, Davis McBee. As for the North Greenville Crusaders, tonight they have a couple changes as well. Starting off in goal is the consistent as ever, number 0, Reno Vandermeer. Number 12 going into the back line is number 12, their captain, Michael Lamb. Number 3, Cade McLaughlin, is in the center. Alongside with him is number 4, Robbie Jenkinson, another captain, as well as number 23, Gage Acker. Into the midfield, here's where a couple changes come in. Arthur DeLaray, number 6, keeps his spot, but coming into the side is number 21, Brady Carmichael, as well as number 24, Angel Miranda. But the front three from the last game against Shaw University stays the same, with the dangerous Calvin Semedo, number 11, number 9, Christopher Holscher, and Mr. Consistent, Gareth Green, number 28. There you see him, just about to kick things off right now. So Belmont Abbey is in their black kits tonight with black shirts, black shorts, and red socks. And for North Greenville, they are in their red shirts with white shorts and white socks. They'll be attacking from right to left, and they will have the ball to start out the first half. Referee having a look around, making sure everything's good to go. He blows the whistle, and we are underway in Tigerville for this Conference Carolinas matchup between these two teams. North Greenville is dying to get revenge against these Belmont Abbey Crusaders, because if you didn't know, folks, last spring they took this team on, and Belmont Abbey in this stadium knocked North Greenville out of the Conference Carolinas tournament over the course of a 2-leg tie. And talking about that matchup really quickly, that matchup took place this past spring in the Conference Carolinas tournament. On April 17th, North Greenville traveled to Belmont, North Carolina to take on Belmont Abbey. And in double overtime, the home team won the game after senior forward Aaron Madison converted a penalty kick to win the game. The second leg was here in Pepsi Stadium on April 25th, and Andy Ollick's team was off to a flying start. Speaking of which, there's Andy Ollick and the NGU coaching staff on that far side with Andrew Ollick as the head coach, and he's assisted by Chris Inman, Josh Gutierrez, and grad assistant Sam James. So going back to that crucial matchup last spring, though, Carlos Navarro, the junior midfielder at the time, put the home team up 1-0 after a headed goal from a corner. 13 minutes later, Belmont Abbey grabbed the equalizer. And speaking of equalizers, there's a chance right here immediately, and it's cleared away by Gage Acker, and Calvin Semedo will clear forward. Well, Belmont Abbey grabbed the equalizer off of a long throw-in, and that made things 1-1, and to crush North Greenville's hopes of moving on, Davis McBee, he's in the game tonight for Belmont Abbey, number 10, scored to make it 2-1 early in the second half, and the game ended with that scoreline. So, a lot on stake tonight with both teams. They're in different situations in terms of their seasons, but both teams are going to be hungry for a win. But for North Greenville, they're going to be looking for revenge, as a shot comes in there from Belmont Abbey, and it tests the hands of Reno Vandermeer immediately, and he's equal to the task. Now it's Gareth Green on the ball for the Crusaders of North Greenville. Ben Nuss, the goalkeeper for Belmont Abbey now, who has had quite a career for Belmont Abbey under their head coach. As we mentioned a minute ago, for North Greenville, it's Andrew Aulick. On the flip side, for Belmont Abbey, their head coach is by the name of John Keating. John Keating's team won the tournament last year. They knocked North Greenville out. They made it all the way to the final, and they won the tournament. But so far this season, they've had some struggles, and later on in this broadcast, we will talk about both teams' records so far and the games they have coming up after this. But for now, back to the action as Gareth Green has the steal, and he's attacking down the left side. Well defended there by number 3 for Belmont Abbey, and that's Halvard Bowen. Tyler Stopford is there, and he gets it back from his teammate, and he plays forward, finding Davis McBee. Oh, that's a nasty challenge by Angel Miranda, and the referee is going to have a quick word with Angel Miranda before he moves away. And Miranda committed the foul there. And it looks like for Belmont Abbey is number 15, Eric Carter, the sophomore from Gainesville, Florida. So with that, it'll be a free kick for Belmont Abbey just a few minutes into the start of the first half. It's a nice delivery in the box. The head's onto it, and here's the header once again, but the referee will blow the whistle for what will be an offsides. So Vandermeer will get things back underway, and he'll find the feet of Cade McLaughlin. Here's Michael Lamb. Arthur Loray, the grad student from Paris, France, in action tonight for North Greenville, finds Robbie Jenkinson, another one of those grad students for Andrew Aulick. Gage Acker making a run down the right side and chasing onto it against number 12. That's Adam Lindskog with nice defending to shield it out for the first goal kick of the game for Belmont Abbey goalkeeper Ben Nust. So he'll tell his troops to get forward, and we'll see where the ball goes from here. Long ball to the left side, looking for Eric Carter. And the referee will say that Arthur Loray got a touch, and it'll be a throw in that's taken quickly by Belmont Abbey, well defended by Gage Acker, and it'll go out for another throw in. Omar Gonzalez, the center back, is on the ball for Belmont Abbey, and he'll find Davis McBee. And nice steal there by the senior Brady Carmichael. And now here's North Greenville on the counterattack with the pacey Calvin Semedo on the right side. Getting past Adam Lindskog, still Calvin Semedo. Crossing the box, nice save by Ben Nust. Well, there was an ejection of pace by Calvin Semedo, and that's a dangerous threat on that right side. And for the outside back, Adam Lindskog, he's got to be careful. Robbie Jenkinson now finds Arthur Loray. And the referee will call play back for a foul on what looked like Arthur Ray by Eric Carter. So it'll be a free kick for North Greenville. throw in now for Belmont Abbey after what was a good idea by Arthur Luray to find Michael Lamb, who is making a good run on the left side, but it goes out for a throw in. Well, folks, two good matchups tonight. If you were here on the Conference Carolinas digital network earlier, you saw the ladies of Belmont Abbey and the Lady North Greenville Crusaders take on each other. And the result of that game was a dominant 5-2 victory by North Greenville over Belmont Abbey. And goals for North Greenville coming from Shelby Shepard, who had 2 goals in the first half. And in the second half, with a total of 5 goals from both teams, the goals for North Greenville came from Romy Contreras, Sarah Adcock, and Abby Mayer. So free kick now for North Greenville as Angel Miranda sends the ball in the box, and the defender Omar Gonzalez will head away for a North Greenville throw-in. Well, going back to the girls' game earlier, with that win from North Greenville, that takes them to 4-3-1 on the season. And for Belmont Abbey, their ladies now go to 1-5-1 on the season. So now it'll be a corner kick opportunity for North Greenville. Brady Carmichael will be over there to take it. It'll be Gareth Green, Angel Miranda, Christopher Holscher, Cade McLaughlin, and Robbie Jenkinson as targets going into the box. And it goes in towards Robbie Jenkinson, headed away by Belmont Abbey. Here's Carmichael again to Gage Acker. Now here's Belmont Abbey on the counterattack. And now John Keating's side will relax for a moment and try to keep possession. Well, speaking of John Keating, the head coach for Belmont Abbey, he's had quite a career here at the helm at Belmont Abbey. He was named the head soccer coach of Belmont Abbey in April of 2011. And prior to that, he's coached at State University in New York and Warren Wilson College, where he served also as the assistant athletic director from 1994 to 1997. And as I mentioned a moment ago, his team this past season had much success as they went all the way to the Conference Carolinas tournament final, where they won it all and obtained the trophy. And going off of that Conference Carolinas championship final as the 6th seed, they had an all-tournament MVP in their starting goalkeeper tonight, Ben Nust, and 4 players were named to the all-tournament team. And he's also had 1 coach of Conference Carolina's Coach of the Year award. So several successes and accomplishments for John Keating at the helm for Belmont Abbey. Here's Cade McLaughlin for North Greenville, and he'll find the feet of Rito Vandermeer, who has had quite the season so far for North Greenville, as he started every game and played every minute of every game so far. And so far, North Greenville's overall record going into this game is 3-3, and in those 6 games, Reno Vandermeer has allowed 6 goals. He's had 2 clean sheets and made a total of 34 saves, including a couple so far tonight. Here's Davis McBee for Belmont Abbey on the left side. Nathan Deemling to McBee again. And Deemling tried to get the ball in the box, but it goes beyond Vandermeer's crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick for him to take. Well, folks, talking about the weather for tonight, it is nice and clear. Oh, and it's a beautiful ball through the middle to Calvin Semedo. Good save by Ben Nust. Well, all of a sudden, North Greenville was on a lightning fast counterattack, and Calvin Semedo was through on goal, and it drew an important save for Ben Nust to keep his team and the game at 0-0. And it'll be a corner, but first they're going to check on Calvin Semedo. But as I was mentioning a second ago, here in Tigerville, South Carolina, it is a clear night with the stadium lights shining on the field. It's currently 79 degrees, and the temperatures are going to continue to slightly drop as the night goes on. And by the time that game ends, it'll be in the lower 70s. So now back to the action. Looks like Calvin Semedo will stay on the field. Looks like he's okay. But Brady Carmichael will stand over this corner kick. Deep ball in the box on the back post is Robbie Jenkinson. And now it's headed away by Belmont Abbey. That looks like Halvard Bowen with the clearance. Back in by Michael Lamb, and once again, Belmont Abbey defends. Now here's Davis McBee on the counterattack. Gage Acker with some defending to do. Nathan Deemling played a long ball forward, and it was a little too much for the striker to handle. Here's Gage Acker once again to Angel Miranda. Cade McLaughlin finds Michael Lamb. And here's Holscher to Gareth Green. Green looking for options. Gives it back to Lamb to Arthur Luray now. Michael Lamb, the captain for these North Greenville Crusaders, is from Southampton, England, and a transfer student from Reinhardt University. Arthur Luray with a shot, blocked away by the back line of Belmont Abbey. And before Omar Gonzalez clears it out for a throw-in, the side judge says it'll be a corner kick. But a very hard shot and a powerful shot by the Frenchman Arthur Luray. And the ball goes out for a corner kick from the deflection. Corner kick for Brady Carmichael again, and it's into the arms of Ben Nust, the Belmont Abbey goalkeeper. Adam Lindskog found Omar Gonzalez, and the ball will go out for a throw-in. Defending for Robbie Jenkinson to do. Here's Davis McBee. Out to Tyler Stopford. Still Stopford with the cross in. Omar Gonzalez is there, and nice defending by Cade McLaughlin. And now here's North Greenville on the counterattack with Gareth Green. Cutting inside of Adam Lindskog, but in the middle, in the nick of time, was the Belmont Abbey defense. Here's Lindskog once again. It looked like number 88, Sander Herlofsson, with the tackle. And now a throw in to come for North Greenville. Free kick now for Belmont Abbey after the high foot by Calvin Semedo, or Gareth Green rather. And Belmont Abbey will get the ball down and play quickly with Halvard Bowen. And now here's the captain for Belmont Abbey, and that looks like number 21, Kevin Daly. Long ball forward, looking for Davis McBee. Taking on Robbie Jenkinson, and Robbie Jenkinson with nice defending. Here's Calvin Semedo on the right side now for North Greenville. Looking for a cross, and he does get a cross in, and that cross had some power to it, but it goes over Ben Nuss's crossbar and out for a goal kick. Given away by Ballvard Owen. And Arthur Loray will watch it trickle out for a throw in to Cade McLaughlin. Now Nathan Deemling has the ball for Belmont Abbey, and they're going to look to keep possession. Here's Adam Linskog. Davis McBee. Kept in play by Nathan Deemling, but now Calvin Semedo wins the ball back from North Greenville. Calvin Semedo goes on, but the referee calls it back for a handball. Omar Gonzalez will send the ball along on the free kick, headed away by Robbie Jenkinson. Now Gareth Green will win the ball back. Headed on by Michael Lamb. Here's Christopher Holscher. Ball played through to Michael Lamb, who's in. Crossing the box. Is that a handball? Still in there in the box, and it's cleared away for Belmont Abbey, but it only goes out to Calvin Semedo. Still Semedo goes on. And it's another risky defensive play there, that time by Eric Carter. But really good work by North Greenville to get the ball across the box. And it was a dangerous ball by Michael Lamb. But after the defending from Belmont Abbey, it leads to another North Greenville corner kick. Brady Carmichael's corner goes towards Robbie Jenkinson, and it goes over the top for a goal kick. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, we are 20 minutes into the first half between Belmont Abbey and North Greenville. The headline for this match is the rematch. These two teams faced each other in a two-leg tie back this past spring in the Conference Carolinas tournament. And after Belmont Abbey won both games, they knocked North Greenville out of the tournament. And from there, Belmont Abbey went on to win the whole thing. So they brought home the hardware. But that's behind us, and tonight is tonight. And tonight's goal for Andrew Aulick is to get revenge. That's been the one thing on their mind tonight in this rematch. And also, it's a significant matchup for North Greenville because they have not won a game in conference this season. They are 0-2 in conference after losing to Chowan a few weeks ago 2-0. And they also played another conference team in Emmanuel College where they lost 2-1 in the dying minutes of the game. So tonight they're also looking for their first win in conference of the season. Here's Cade McLaughlin for North Greenville. Looking for options ahead of him. Instead, he plays to his goalkeeper, Reno Vandermeer. Vandermeer, who is in his first season with North Greenville, is a transfer student coming from Bajitsverdorp, Netherlands. Brady Carmichael now dropping into a deeper defensive midfielder position, and he'll switch the play all the way out to Gage Acker on that far right side. Robbie Jenkinson. Nice flick by Calvin Semedo, and will he keep the ball in play? Yes, he will. That's brilliant work by Semedo, and he wins the corner. Well, that's very quality work by the Frenchman, who's also like Arthur Leray from Paris, France. And the junior wins a corner, the fourth of the game so far for his side. So another set piece opportunity for North Greenville. And Brady Carmichael once again will stand over the corner kick. Curling away from Belmont Abbey, it's Robbie Jenkinson with a shot and the goal! Robbie Jenkinson with the goal. He finds the bottom left corner. The Englishman from Stockport, England, gets North Greenville on the board. And after another dangerous play, the set piece does the trick for North Greenville. Andrew Alex on his feet, and he's loving what he's seeing. And 20 minutes into the first half, North Greenville 1, Belmont Abbey 0. Nice corner kick delivery by Brady Carmichael, and Robbie Jenkinson on the half volley with the right foot blasts it into the bottom left corner, and he puts Andrew Alex' team on top early. So now we're back underway in Tigerville. Gage Acker with the header away, and it will be a throw in for Belmont Abbey. It's for Omar Gonzalez to take. And the referee says instead of a foul by Angel Miranda, it'll be a free kick for, or throw in for North Greenville. Flicked on by Calvin Semedo to Gareth Green. And the referee says play on after the intervention by Arthur Leray. Ball played forward for Tyler Stopford to Davis McBee. Nice defending by Cade McLaughlin. And it'll be a corner kick for Belmont Abbey. Here's the in-swinging corner, headed away by Cade McLaughlin. And now Belmont Abbey will kick the ball out of play for a North Greenville throw-in. And Michael Lamb will get the ball into Christopher Holscher. And here is Holscher once again, driving forward and trying to cut inside of Belmont Abbey. And after the tug on the shirt, the referee sees the foul. So free kick now for Belmont Abbey. And folks, very similarly, if you were here watching the previous matchup between these two teams, early on North Greenville had the lead after a headed goal off of a corner kick by Carlos Navarro. And tonight the man that scores from the corner is Robbie Jenkinson, who, as I mentioned, is a grad student from Stockport, England, and he transferred in from Eastern New Mexico University. So he puts the Crusaders on board early as Robbie Jenkinson gets his first goal of the season. Crossing the box by Belmont Abbey, goes to the far right side. Here's the freshman Owens. Now Kevin Daly. Still Kevin Daly with the shot, and a vital save by Reno Vandermeer at his near post to keep out Kevin Daly. So it'll be a corner kick now for Belmont Abbey. Good work by John Keating's team on that right side, and Kevin Daly wins a corner. So several targets for Davis McBee to aim for. McBee standing over the corner. Herlofson, Eric Carter, Adam Lindskog, Omar Gonzalez among the targets. But before that corner kick, the referee's going to stop play for something. And now we're back ready to go. Here's the in-swinging corner. Punched away by Reno Vandermeer to Eric Carter. Cleared away by Holscher. Omar Gonzalez with the ball high up in the air. And Michael Lamb has to clear, and he does. The ball only finds Davis McBee, though, on the right side, taking on Michael Lamb. Ball goes out of play for a goal kick. So goal kick for Reno Vandermeer, and he'll find Michael Lamb on the left side. But it looks like the referee for a second time has to tell Reno Vandermeer that the ball has to be still on a goal kick for play to continue. And now we are good to go. Here's Robbie Jenkinson for North Greenville and the goal scorer tonight. Gareth Green checks two in the midfield, and he still has the ball. Here's Michael Lamb on the left side driving forward. Nice defending there by Kevin Daly. And he finds Davis McBee. And excuse me, Kevin Daly came off, and coming into the game for Belmont Abbey is number 5, and that's Nate Cox. Nate Cox for Belmont Abbey coming into the game tonight. And Cox is a sophomore from High Point, North Carolina, and a graduate of Wesleyan Christian Academy. So there he is on the bottom left side of your screen. Angel Miranda wins the ball for North Greenville. And the referee says no foul, play on. Here's Nathan Deemling. Nice defending by Brady Carmichael there, as Robbie Jenkinson finds Reno Vandermeer. Still Jenkinson finds Brady Carmichael. Vandermeer again. Out to the goal scorer. Nice turn by Brady Carmichael. He'll look forward for options. Holscher tried to win the ball back, but Eric Carter keeps it under control. And now Belmont Abbey will look to keep possession. Here is Kevin Daly. To Halvard Bowen. Several key players in this lineup for Belmont Abbey, as well as North Greenville, took place in the matchup this past spring. For Belmont Abbey, you saw Halvard Bowen, Ben Nuss. There was also Davis McBee. There was also Xander Herlofson, Kevin Daly, and Nathan Deemling among those involved in the matchup. And for North Greenville, there was Gareth Green, of course, and Michael Lamb. But a lot of new faces in this side tonight for both teams, including this one on the ball for North Greenville, and that was Christopher Holscher, as the referee draws play back for a free kick. Well, folks, 15 minutes to go in the first half, and North Greenville is continuing to maintain their 1-0 advantage over Belmont Abbey, after the opening goal from a corner kick came from the right foot of number 4, Robbie Jenkinson. And speaking of which, there he is with the header. But before things continue, the referee calls play back for an offsides. Well, folks, another interesting fact about this rivalry between these two teams is the history that has gone on. The series history shows that Belmont Abbey has won this matchup 9 times, and North Greenville has won this matchup twice. So for tonight, as I mentioned earlier, from this past spring, North Greenville is looking to get revenge, not only to get back at the loss that they suffered this past spring to get knocked out of the Conference Carolinas tournament, but also to get back in the series and even things up in terms of the records. Substitution coming into the game for North Greenville. Right in the middle of your screen is number 7, Luis Neto. So he just came into the game for number 9, Christopher Holscher. And for Neto, he's a grad student from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and he's transferred in from Ohio Valley University. Another substitute that just came in on the ball there for a moment was number 8, Jorge Henao Chica. He's another senior or a grad student from Bogota, Colombia. And he transferred from Erskine College a year ago. Nice turn there by number 5 for Belmont Abbey. And that's Nate Cox once again getting in action for Belmont Abbey. Here's Kevin Daly getting across in the box, cleared away by Robbie Jenkinson in the nick of time, and Luis Neto will keep the ball in play. Angel Miranda to Neto again, and he wins the throw-in. And another sub right there for Belmont Abbey just came into the game. Number 7, Trevor Mueller, has big shoes to fill for Belmont Abbey. As I mentioned, number 7 last year was a man by the name of Aaron Madison, who is Belmont Abbey's dynamic performer throughout the season. And he scored in the opening leg of the 2-leg tie between these two teams in the Conference Carolinas tournament. And he also scored in the second leg as well. So for Trevor Mueller, he is the new number 7 as Aaron Madison graduated this past spring. Here's Calvin Semedo for North Greenville. Omar Gonzalez takes the throw quickly. And now North Greenville wins it back with Cade McLaughlin, who finds Angel Miranda. Michael Lamb on the ball now. Nice turn by Luis Neto, and he will not draw the foul from Kevin Daly. The referee said that he dove, and there was no contact from Kevin Daly, so it'll be a throw-in for Belmont Abbey. But before we do so, it'll be a substitution for either one or both of these teams. And it looks like it will be for North Greenville. 2 more subs coming into the game. Number 30, Renan Maculia, and number 14 on the top left side of your screen, number 14, Caletso Matate. So 2 more subs coming in for North Greenville. Luis Neto now on the counterattack, looking for Caletso Matate, and the ball is a little behind him. Now it's Belmont Abbey's turn to have a counterattack. Nathan Deemling on the ball. Nice intervention by Gage Acker. And now Arthur Leray will play forward looking for Calvin Semedo, but it's a little out of his reach. 9 minutes to play in the first half in Tigerville, and Andy Ollick's team continues to hold their lead after the single goal in the first half thus far from the center back from Stockport, England, Robbie Jenkinson. Omar Gonzalez with the throw-in. Headed on and cleared away by Robbie Jenkinson. And now here's Renan Maculia to his Brazilian teammate Luis Neto. Nice flick by Neto, who finds Arthur Leray. Here's Caletso Matate. Nice defending by Nathan Deemling, and it'll be a throw in for North Greenville. And there's another sub coming into the game, as you saw in the middle of your screen for a moment, and that was number 18, Mikey Puskar, the senior from Concord, North Carolina, and the graduate of J.M. Robinson High School. So he's involved now for John Keating's side. Here's Nate Cox to Kevin Daly, and the loose touch will lead to a North Greenville throw-in for Michael Lamb. Gets it back from Neto, and a nice switch to Gage Acker as well. Acker goes down, but play continues as he finds Matate. Miranda. Ball goes out of play, and good pressure by Belmont Abbey, a combination of Tyler Stopford and Nathan Deemling. Throw in to come for Belmont Abbey. Foul, says the referee, by what looks to be Arthur LeRae, who was frustrated and looked to continue a possible counterattack, but referee will bring play back for a free kick for Belmont Abbey. Here's Halvard Bowen to Ben Nust. And he'll find, well, he was looking for Nathan Deemling for a moment, and the steal from North Greenville will be cleared away. And before play continues, a sub will come into the game. And it looks like coming into the game for the Belmont Abbey Crusaders is number 6. And number 6 is Mwaned Sarai. And there he is on the ball for a moment with the header. Robbie Jenkinson will play forward for Matate. And all the way back, the ball goes to Reno Vandermeer, and he'll pick it up for play to continue. Here's Robbie Jenkinson, and with 5 minutes to go, North Greenville will look to keep possession and keep the ball out of the feet of Belmont Abbey. Here's Michael Lamb finding Reno Vandermeer. Who hasn't had too much to do in this first half, and neither goalkeeper has. But so far, North Greenville has had the edge with the one goal coming from Robbie Jenkinson earlier on in this half. Here's Jenkinson's center back partner, Cade McLaughlin, the freshman, to Michael Lamb. To Neto. Robbie Jenkinson continues his run, and he'll find Jorge Henauchica, who is looking for Matate, but given away to Adam Linskog. Here's Eric Carter. Kevin Daly. Nice ball to Trevor Mueller, who is looking for Nate Cox, but it'll go out for a North Greenville throw-in. And before play continues, it looks like it's going to be another sub coming in for one of these teams. Here's Robbie Jenkinson. And the referee will hold play back for a foul, and he'll also stop play for what looks like another talking to Angel Miranda. And not only Angel Miranda, but a talking to Davis McBee. And he's just going to calm them down and give him a reminder of the foul that he called earlier. So the referee does not go to his pocket for foul, but it will be a free kick for North Greenville. Well, coming into the game on that far left side is number 25, Seth Hall, getting his first involvement of the season for North Greenville. And for Seth Hall, he's coming into this side at 5'8", and he's a freshman from Trussville, Alabama, and there he is with his first touch of the game as he was looking for Jorge Henauchica. Now here's Gage Acker. He draws the foul, and it'll be a free kick for North Greenville. Well, Seth Hall, like I said, is a freshman from Trussville, Alabama, and he graduated from Hewitt Trussville High School this past year, and he's coming into the side tonight for North Greenville. Two minutes to go in the first half in Tigerville, and Andy Ollick's team is continuing to hold that lead. Henauchica now to Seth Hall, who momentarily kept the ball in play, but it'll be a throw in for Trevor Mueller. Michael Lamb with the clearance. A little slip there by Angel Miranda, and he gets back on his feet as Eric Carter finds Nate Cox on the right side, taking on Michael Lamb. Still Cox. Crossing the box, finds Omar Gonzalez. And here's the shot, blocked away. And Seth Hall clears to Renan Makulia, who is looking to get the return ball to him. But the ball goes out for a throw-in. Crossing the box by Mueller. Here's the shot, and Reno Vandermeer gathers. Nice defending by Robbie Jenkinson to keep out Davis McBee, who scored the goal last year in this matchup this past spring to give Belmont Abbey the advantage 2-1. And after his goal, the game finished as such. So with 40 seconds left in the first half, it is still 1-0 North Greenville, but Belmont Abbey is hinting a counterattack, but it's broken up by North Greenville. Omar Gonzalez now to Eric Carter. Given away to Michael Lamb, and he'll find Makulia, who is looking for Seth Hall, but the ball is a little behind him. A few more seconds to go in the first half as Arthur Luray booms the ball long and into the hands of Ben Nust, and there's the end of the first half, folks. So North Greenville does their job so far in the first 45. They get on top early with a beautiful goal from the right foot of Robbie Jenkinson, and after possession and chances for both ways, the scoreline stays the same. So both of these teams will take a quick timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. So we'll be back here in a few moments for the kickoff of the second half in Tigerville. But for now, your score in Pepsi Stadium: Belmont Abbey 0, North Greenville 1.
your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Tiffany Friel in Landrum today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Tiffany Friel in the Foothills area today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're searching for a place where you can distinguish yourself, a place where you can pursue what you want to do and who you want to be. At North Greenville University, you will earn more than just a degree. You'll grow your faith, develop relationships with new friends and faculty, serve others while experiencing a vibrant student life. Find your place at North Greenville University, where Christ makes the difference.
And welcome back to the Conference Carolina's digital network for the second half of Belmont Abbey versus North Greenville, Crusaders versus Crusaders. If you're just joining us, North Greenville scored and got on the board early in the first half with a goal from Robbie Jenkinson off of a corner kick from Brady Carmichael. And that was the lead they took going into halftime. And I'm sure the second half will bring a lot of excitement and a lot of action between these two teams. So we'll get started here in the next few moments. But until then, the teams are having their talks, getting stretched out and warmed up and getting prepared for these next 45 minutes of play. So this half we're going to see Belmont Abbey have the ball first, as North Greenville had the ball to start the first half. And as we mentioned, the home team, North Greenville, is in their red jerseys with white shorts and white socks. And for Belmont Abbey are in their away kits, their black shirts, black shorts, and red socks. So Belmont Abbey will be attacking from right to left in this half, and for North Greenville, they'll be attacking from left to right. Referee will have a look around, look at his watch. And set the timer. Puts the whistle to his lips, and we are underway for the start of the second half in Tigerville, South Carolina, between these two teams. And here's the first touch of the half for Eric Carter for Belmont Abbey. He'll find Tyler Stopford looking for the freshman, and the freshman's name is Kinsley Owens. And it was a little bit of a heavy ball from Tyler Stopford to find him. But Kinsley Owens is a freshman forward from Wexford, Pennsylvania, and the graduate from North Allegheny Academy. And here is Owens once again, finding Davis McBee. Nice tackle by Angel Miranda, but it goes right back to Owens on that left side. Gets a cross in the box, but it only goes to the feet of Robbie Jenkinson, as play will stop, and this is not good, folks. Angel Miranda is the player down for North Greenville. And he's been battling with an injury for the past several weeks, and just getting it back into the side tonight. It's good to see him hop back on his feet, but he's been battling with an injury for the past few weeks, and seeing him come back in the side, the last thing you want if you're Andrew Aulick is to have one of your best players in Angel Miranda getting hurt as soon as he comes back. But he seems to be okay. So we are back underway with play, as Arthur Leray will pass to Cade McLaughlin on that far side. And now here's Reno Vandermeer, the Dutch goalkeeper, finding Angel Miranda. McLaughlin will play a long ball forward, looking for the run of Luis Neto. Halvard Bowen finds Kevin Daly on that right side. And now it's a through ball being played, and Robbie Jenkinson got there in the nick of time. Nicely defended by Kevin Daly, and it'll be a throw in for Michael Lamb to take for North Greenville. Neto finding the feet of Kevin Daly, and Kevin Daly will let the ball go out of play for a Belmont Abbey throw-in. Back to North Greenville. Referee will bring play back, and it looks like it's going to be a free kick for the home team, Crusaders. And Luis Neto gets a ball in the box looking for Gareth Green, who brings it down beautifully, has a bicycle kick, and it's a save for Ben Nust. Well, a fantastic effort by Gareth Green, and what a spectacular goal that would be, but Ben Nust was comfortable with the save. Now it's a ball forward by Kevin Daly looking for Davis McBee, and Reno Vandermeer taking a little chance there, but he keeps it in play, and he just kicks it out for a throw-in. Well, going back to Gareth Green on that attempt, despite the fact that he didn't score, he's scored a lot of goals in his tenure here at North Greenville. He's scored 1 on the season so far, and as well as 4 assists. But in his career, he's scored a total of 25 career goals and 10 career assists in his time with NGU men's soccer. So what a player number 28 for North Greenville is. And with 40 minutes left to go in the second half, he's going to see if he can get on the board tonight. Here's Jorge Henauchica finding Gage Acker. Now Calvin Semedo trying to get the advantage from the referee, but Omar Gonzalez was tugging his shirt, not letting him go, and it's going to be a free kick, what looks like against Calvin Semedo, against Omar Gonzalez. So, free kick for Belmont Abbey. Halvard Bowen finds Kevin Daly. And here is the Norwegian center back once again playing forward. Headed away by Cade McLaughlin. And Arthur Leray goes down, and the referee signals the other way as Belmont Abbey were looking for the foul as Leray went down. So a free kick will be given for Belmont Abbey here with 40 minutes to go in the second half and just a few minutes off the clock to start the half. So Davis McBee will stand over this free kick for Belmont Abbey. He'll send it into the box, headed on by Robbie Jenkinson. Eric Kensley Owens was there, but it's cleared up high in the sky, and Luis Neto will bring it down, and now Michael Lamb sends it forward. The poor giveaway by Kevin Daly leads to a throw-in for North Greenville. Calvin Semedo trying to put the pressure on Halvard Bowen, and now Ben Nust finds Omar Gonzalez. Robbie Jenkinson will head it back to Vandermeer, and now North Greenville will look to keep possession. Well, let's take a look at the team's progress so far, folks, as they've both come into this game with different records. So let's see how each of them got here. So to start out, first is Belmont Abbey. They're coming into this game sitting on a 2-5 overall record. And similarly to Mike Lynch and the Lady Belmont Abbey Crusaders, John Keating's team has had a tough patch of games so far this season as well, with only 1 win in their last 5 games. After losing the season opener 1-0 to Limestone College, they took on Queens University in a home matchup and won 3-1. However, John Keating's team lost 3 matches in a row, with the losses coming at number 15 in the nation at the time, Coker 3-1, at Catawba 2-1, and at home against Barton 1-0. Last Tuesday, they did beat King University 1-0, but last Saturday, they were in a battle for the ages, and simply put, a shootout was what the game was between the Crusaders and Mount Olive. And despite the thrilling game that it was, they fell just short and lost by a score of 6-5. So that is how Belmont Abbey comes into this game. On the flip side, let's look at North Greenville's overall record and see how they've done so far this season. For Andy Ollick's team, they come into this game 3-3 on the season, and they won their season opener versus Georgia Southwestern State University 2-0. And then after back-to-back losses to Limestone and Chowan, they lost to Limestone 1-0 and Chowan University 2-0. Andy Ollick's team bounced back with a 1-0 win over Newberry College on September 15th. However, the following game, they traveled to Franklin Springs, Georgia, to take on Emmanuel College, and they lost in the last few minutes of the game 2-1. From that loss, though, they responded positively this past Tuesday on the 21st when they took on Shaw University in a rout, with the final score being 3-1. So an even 3-3 record with 6 games being played so far by North Greenville. And they're going to see if they can finish out this last 35 minutes of the second half. And if they do so, they'll get their record on the winning side, and they'll get their first conference win of the season, as well as much wanted revenge against this Belmont Abbey team. So now a free kick for North Greenville, as the referee will stop play to make sure the ball is in the right place. But a free kick for North Greenville here with 36 minutes on the clock in the second half. Miranda with the free kick in, finding Gareth Green, and his flick falls into the arms of Ben Nust. Adam Lindskog now. To Tyler Stopford. Here's Kinsley Owens. Losing out to Robbie Jenkinson, and now Calvin Semedo will find Arthur Luray. Given away by North Greenville, and now Belmont Abbey's on the counterattack with Davis McBee. Michael Lamb with nice defending, and it'll go out for a corner kick. So corner kick here for North Greenville with 34.5 minutes to go on the clock, and Davis McBee will be standing over it with several options in the box in black. Here's the in-swinging delivery in towards Tyler Stopford, and Gage Acker is there. Kinsley Owens now with the ball in, cleared away by Cade McLaughlin. Here's Omar Gonzalez. Nice ball through play to Kinsley Owens, and a fine tackle by Gage Acker, the senior from Spartanburg, South Carolina. He transferred in last year from Spartanburg Methodist College, and he's in the starting 11 tonight for North Greenville. Omar Gonzalez with the throw in. Headed away by Arthur Luray, and Angel Miranda trying to clear it, but now he does. And now Calvin Semedo will win the ball back and find Jorge Henauchica. Luis Neto. Referee allows play to continue. Here's Calvin Semedo on the left side. Semedo with the ball in, and an easy save for Ben Nust. Nust for Belmont Abbey is a senior from Omaha, Nebraska, and he graduated from Creighton Prep High School. Here's Davis McBee, losing out to Gage Acker and Robbie Jenkinson. McBee again with the cross in the box. Easily claimed by Reno Vandermeer. He finds Cade McLaughlin on the left side. And now a nice turn by Luis Neto as Calvin Semedo is running onto this pass. Halvard Bowen with the intervention. And his intervention leads to a goal kick for Ben Nuss to take. Bowen will send the ball long, looking for Davis McBee, headed away by Robbie Jenkinson, the goal scorer of the lone goal tonight for North Greenville, off of a wonderful corner kick from Brady Carmichael earlier, and his goal found the bottom left corner of Ben Nuss's net, and it put North Greenville on top in the middle of the second half in the 25th minute. And down goes Davis McBee, and the referee says no foul, so it'll be a goal kick for Reno Vandermeer. Angel Miranda getting physical in the midfield with Tyler Stopford, and he finds Calvin Semedo. Ben Nuss now will keep possession with Halvard Bowen, who finds Kevin Daly, and he was looking for the run of Nate Cox on that far side. But for now, it's North Greenville's ball with Luis Neto. And now Belmont Abbey wins it back, and here's Eric Carter. Headed on by Halvard Bowen, and now Arthur Luray with work to do. He still has the ball, Arthur Luray, and he finds Gage Acker. Nice defending there by Omar Gonzalez, and it goes out for a throw-in. Omar Gonzalez, the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina, and he transferred in from Gardner-Webb University. Here's Gareth Green. Cutting inside. Still Gareth Green. A little bit of magic, and he's still going, and the referee will call a foul on Green, by Green on Eric Carter. And that was an interesting throw-in by Kevin Daly. And the referee's got to give him a little reminder of a lesson that we learned as kids. So, throw-in to come for North Greenville that Michael Lamb will take. And folks, that's how you take a throw-in. Now it's Ben Nuss on the ball for Belmont Abbey, and he'll find Omar Gonzalez on the left side. Andy Aulick's team continuing to keep possession in this still 1-0 game, with the lone goal coming from center back number 4, Robbie Jenkinson, early on in the match. The graduate student from Stockport, England. And there he was on the ball, making a nice move on that substitute coming into the game for Belmont Abbey, which is number 7, Trevor Mueller. And Mueller is a sophomore from East Northport, North New York. And he graduated from Comac and transferred in from Stony Brook. So Calvin Semedo will win the corner kick for North Greenville. And standing over the corner kick is Jorge Henauchica with Calvin Semedo in support. Nice ball in the box, in towards Angel Miranda. And it's cleared away. Well, coming into the matchup for both teams, as I mentioned a second ago, is number 7 for Belmont Abbey, Trevor Mueller. But also coming in for North Greenville is number 9, Christopher Holscher, who just came in for Gareth Green. Nice work by Arthur LeRae to win the ball back for the Crusaders. As Robbie Jenkinson will find Reno Vandermeer, who finds Angel Miranda. Arthur LeRae now driving forward for North Greenville. He finds Luis Neto, who finds Michael Lamb. Lamb with the cross in, looking for Holscher, cleared away. And the referee sees a foul in the box, and it'll be a free kick going the other direction. Well, folks, 26 minutes to go, and North Greenville continuing to hold their lead. And before we continue discussing what's going on in the game, let me take you through what is coming up for both of these teams in terms of their schedules. So right now, Belmont Abbey is standing on a 2-5 overall record. And if they win tonight, they will go 3-5. If they tie, they will go 2-5-1. And if they lose, they will go 2-6 overall. But after this game, the next 3 games are all conference games for them. Well, the next several games, actually are all conference games. As on October 2nd, this Saturday, they'll be playing at home against Erskine at 7 p.m. Next Wednesday, October 6th at 7 p.m., they have Emmanuel College at home. And then 3 straight road games in conference as they take on Chowan University, the Hawks, on the road at 4 p.m. on Saturday, October 9th. October 12th, which is a Tuesday, they take on Lees McRae, the Bobcats, on the road at 7 p.m. And then October 16th is their last home game, or last away game of that 3-game stretch at 7:30 p.m. at Francis Marion, and then they come back home on October 20th. That's a Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. to take on Converse College, who is new to Conference Carolinas this season with their new men's soccer program. And before we get to what's coming up for North Greenville, there's a corner kick for Belmont Abbey with 25 minutes to go in the game. So Davis McBee will take this corner. Reno Vandermeer with a punch away, and it's still there for Belmont Abbey, cleared away by Robbie Jenkinson. Gage Acker with the header clear. Tyler Stopford with the ball back in. Headed on by Mueller in towards Adam Lindskog, and it'll now go out for a goal kick. Well, chaos in there for a minute for North Greenville as the ball was bouncing around the box, but eventually they got it clear and they win the goal kick. Ball played forward by North Greenville as Christopher Holscher had the touch, but it was a little heavy for him to handle, and it'll go to Ben Nust, who finds Halvard Bowen on the right side. Kevin Daly. Luis Neto now for the Crusaders, and he draws the foul from Kevin Daly, and it'll be a free kick for Andy Olick's side. And speaking of Andrew Olick, he's only been with the North Greenville soccer program for a year and a half, but there is a story behind him. So for head coach Andrew Olick, before coming to the men's side, he was with the women's side from 2017 till 2020. Save coming from Ben Nuss there, and he distributes out to Omar Gonzalez. Well, Andrew Olick was with Andy Robinson for the Lady NGU Crusaders from 2017 to 2020, and in January of 2020 he was hired as the new men's soccer coach. And for the entire year of 2020 they were unable to play a game under him due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So this past spring was his first season as the head coach of the NGU men's soccer team. And overall, in his first season, they did not do too shabby. They finished with an overall record of 4-5 overall. They finished 4-3 in the regular season. And of course, as I mentioned from the beginning, this match is so important because the team that knocked him out is the team that they're playing against tonight, the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. But going off of that, Andrew Olick has had much success in his tenure of coaching. When he was helping with the girls' side, he helped the program achieve 3 consecutive winning seasons, as well as 3 straight Conference Carolinas tournament appearances. And he actually started his career as a head coach of the Buckholz High School boys varsity program in Gainesville, Florida, where he coached for 5 years. His total record at the school was 76, 20, and 16. And during this time, he led the varsity boys team to the state Final Four, regional championship, and its first district title in over 12 years. And his program finished also with a really good ranking of top 10 according to Max Preps in the nation. And outside of high school, he's also served as a staff coach for Gainesville Soccer Alliance, and he worked there from 2009 to 2014. He also served as the FACA Florida North State All-Star Boys head and assistant coach in 2011 and 2013, and All-County Coach of the Year in 2012 to 2013 and the 13-14 seasons. So for the North Greenville Crusaders tonight, their head coach has been there and done that. Maybe not in his conference, but he's been around. So now back to the action with 20 minutes to go in Tigerville. North Greenville commits a foul against Belmont Abbey, and it'll be a free kick for the team on the road. Let's see what they can do from this free kick, Belmont Abbey. And it looks like it's another substitute that came into the game for John Keating's team. And standing over the ball is number 8, that substitute, Ryan Cowie. He's a 6'3" midfielder and a junior from Davidson, North Carolina. And he graduated from William Amos Hugh High School. So he's standing over the free kick right now for Belmont Abbey, just coming into the game. And let's see what he can do from the free kick, with several options at the top of the 18-yard box. So now the referee has sorted everything out, and now Ryan Cowie will look to deliver this free kick. It's a good ball in the box, headed away by Luis Neto, and now here's North Greenville on the counterattack with Michael Lamb. playing Calvin Semedo, but the ball is a little sheepish for him, and it'll be a throw in for Lamb to take. And before that play continues, a sub will come into the game for Belmont Abbey. And it looks like that sub is number 24, Adam Charlton, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, who graduated from South Mecklenburg High School. Also coming back into the game from the first half is number 25, Seth Hall, for North Greenville. Cleared away by Belmont Abbey. And now here's Charlton, the sub for Belmont Abbey. Here's the cross in. Nice save by Reno Vandermeer and cleared away by Robbie Jenkinson. Arthur Leray now finding Luis Neto on the left side. North Greenville with a little counterattack going here. Let's see what happens. Still Neto. Crossing the box. He finds Gage Acker. Jorge Chica, is that onside? It is! Christopher Holscher with the second goal. The referee says it's going to count. And Holscher gets the goal, gets the second goal of the game. And that may well put things to bed here in Tigerville, folks. I wasn't sure if the offside flag was going to be raised, but the goal stands. So Christopher Holscher with the crucial goal. And for him, it's another goal in the season. That's his third goal of the season. And with that, with 18 minutes to go in the second half, your score from Tigerville, Belmont Abbey 0, North Greenville 2. Great work there by North Greenville on the counterattack with Neto driving forward. The shot came in from Jorge Chica, and after the save from Ben Nust, it fell to Christopher Holscher, who is onside and found the net with his third goal of the season. So big stuff for Andrew Aulick and his team. And if they can hang on for the last 18 minutes, they'll win the game. So now we're back underway in Tigerville as the substitute for Belmont Abbey sends it forward. That was number 8, Ryan Cowie. And now Chica gets it back to Luis Neto. Neto goes down, and the foul is drawn by Neto as Tyler Stopford fouled him. And the referee was waving Tyler Stopford over, and we know what that means. He pulls the card from his pocket, and it'll be a yellow card for Tyler Stopford. So now a free kick will result for North Greenville as Luis Neto will stand over the free kick. Here is the free kick. It's a shot that's blocked by the wall. Robbie Jenkinson wins the ball back for the Crusaders. Cuts inside and finds Leray, who has the cross in, headed away by Tyler Stopford. And Stopford is there once again. Seth Hall cuts inside. And a nice tackle by Arthur Leray to win the ball back. And he finds Michael Lamb. Luis Neto now. to Robbie Jenkinson. And now Chica to Seth Hall. Finding Christopher Holscher. And now Seth Hall with a shot, blocked away by Cowie. Here's Christopher Holscher with the ball for North Greenville, finding Luis Neto. The ball for Holscher was a little much for him to handle, and Ben Nuss comes off his line. He finds Kevin Daly. Ryan Cowie has a nice ball and a great switch of play to Nate Cox on the left side. Taking on Gage Acker. Nice cross in and cleared away by Robbie Jenkinson, who's had a lot of defending to do tonight for North Greenville, but he's defended very well. 15.5 minutes to go here in Tigerville. And folks, if you're just joining us, North Greenville is on the board 2-0. Robbie Jenkinson got the opening goal in the first half, and just a few moments ago, the German striker, number 9, Christopher Holscher, got the second goal of the game for North Greenville off of brilliant work from Luis Neto on the left side. The incoming shot from Jorge Henao-Chica was blocked by Ben Nust, and Christopher Holscher found the back of the net. And with that goal for Christopher Holscher, that was his third goal of the season so far. So now Reno Vandermeer will find Cade McLaughlin. And now Robbie Jenkinson will drive forward. And now Chica. Nice ball movement here by North Greenville. Let's see where it goes. Seth Hall. Arthur Leray. Cuts outside of Omar Gonzalez and is pulled back. Referee says play on. Seth Hall with the cross in towards Christopher Holscher. On the back post is Neto, but he retreats. Now Kevin Daly will play the ball long. Adam Lindskog. To Davis McBee. Counterattack going here for Belmont Abbey. Eric Carter. McBee again. Trying to get past Miranda, who has a brilliant tackle to win the ball back. What great defending from the sophomore from El Paso, Texas. And though he wins the ball back for his side. Omar Gonzalez goes down after the challenge from Jorge Henao-Chica. And the referee just tells him, you can't do that. Here's Charlton finding Kevin Daly. To Aaron Mueller. And the ball is headed back by Michael Lamb to Reno Vandermeer, who has had a few saves to make tonight, and so far on the season he's had a total of 34 saves before tonight, as well as 2 clean sheets. And if the scoreline holds, he'll have his third of the season. Here's Angel Miranda now for North Greenville. Nice ball back by Seth Hall to find him, and Cade McLaughlin with a loose touch, but he finds Michael Lamb. Michael Lamb sending a ball long for Luis Neto, but it was too much for him to handle. great challenge by Michael Lamb to win the ball back, and he finds Christopher Holscher going forward. Still Holscher. Neto. And now Chica. To Neto again, crossing the box, looking for Holscher, and blocked out and cleared away by Halvard Bowen. So corner kick to come for North Greenville with 11.5 minutes to go in the second half. So Henao Chica will stand over the corner kick with several options in the box. It's a decent delivery. It's in towards Robbie Jenkinson with the header. Seth Hall was there, but it's blocked away by Ben Nust. The Belmont Abbey player stays down, and the referee will call play back to check on him. I'm not sure who that player is, but we'll get a look at him here in a second. And it looks like the training staff is going to come on to check on him. And we'll get information on that player as soon as we find out. Well, earlier we mentioned Belmont Abbey's upcoming schedule. Now let's get to North Greenville's upcoming schedule after tonight. And it looked like that player was number 3, Halvard Bowen. And it looked like he is okay. But yeah, let's go to the North Greenville schedule for the remainder of the season. And after tonight, if they win, they will go 4-3 on the season. And it looks like with 10 minutes to go, they should be able to do just that. But after this game, this coming Saturday, October 2nd at 3 p.m., they travel to Mount Olive, North Carolina to take on the Trojans. Then next Wednesday, for the first time ever, they'll play Converse University at 7:30 p.m. right here on the Conference Carolina's digital network. And 2 more consecutive home games after that on this network on Saturday, October 9th against Barton College, as well as next Tuesday, the following Tuesday, October 12th at 7:30 p.m. against Southern Wesleyan University. Then they continue conference play, but on the road, as on October 16th at 12:30 p.m. they play at King University in Bristol, Tennessee. And then they travel to Banner Elk, North Carolina on October 19th to take on Lees-McRae College, the Bobcats. Then they come back here on October 23rd to Pepsi Stadium to take on Francis Marion University at 3:30 p.m. that Saturday. And then October 26th, which is a Tuesday, at 7:30 p.m., they take on Erskine College. And their final game of the season before the playoffs is an out-of-conference opponent the day before Halloween, October 30th, at 6 p.m. right here in Pepsi Stadium on the Conference Carolina's digital network. They will be taking on Carolina University, the Bruins. So now back to the action here in Tigerville. It looked like the player that went off was number 3, Halvard Bowen, who had the injury. So coming in for him at center back is the substitute number 17. And number 17 is Andre Hetland, the freshman from Egersund, Norway. So a freshman center back coming in for John Keating's team. Here's Davis McBee finding the freshman center back. Kensley Owens getting up for that one. Nice defending though by Michael Lamb. Kevin Daly finds Charlton. And now here's Mueller. Cleared away by Gage Acker. 10 minutes to go in Tigerville. Stolen away by Luis Neto, and now North Greenville's on the counterattack. Holscher's ahead of Luis Neto. Neto's taking on Adam Linskog. Cuts outside to him, cuts back inside. Still Neto. Has a shot, and it's blocked away by Kevin Daly. Well, Belmont Abbey got back in the nick of time before they led to the downfall of yet another goal after they've already led in 2 on the night to the German striker Christopher Holscher and the English center back Robbie Jenkinson for North Greenville. Here's a counterattack for Belmont Abbey as it was a beautiful ball across the box, and it found the feet of Trevor Mueller, but he couldn't handle it. So out the ball goes for a throw in for Belmont Abbey. And before the throw in, another substitution will come into the game with 8:45 left to go in the game. And it looks like Omar Gonzalez, the left back, will come off. And into the game is the new substitution, which is number 16. And that's Nicholas Fatinos, the sophomore from Huntersville, North Carolina, and the graduate from Lincoln Charter School. Nice work by Christopher Holscher to win the ball back for North Greenville. And he cuts the ball back for Calvin Semedo, who just came on as well. Semedo with the cross in, and it goes over the head of Seth Hall, and it'll go out for a goal kick for Ben Nust. Kevin Daly now. Angel Miranda with the steal. Play continues as Michael Lamb heads the ball down. And now Angel Miranda will win the ball back. Nice physicality by Angel Miranda as play continues with Calvin Semedo, and the cross across the box finds the hands of Ben Nust. Here's Fatinos, the substitute, coming in. Eric Carter. Tyler Stopford. Here's Kensley Owens on the far side for Belmont Abbey. Taking on Michael Lamb. Nice defending by Lamb, the graduate student from Southampton, England, and the transfer from Reinhardt University, making a crucial tackle with 6.5 minutes to go in Tigerville. And it looks like another sub will come into the game for what'll look like North Greenville. So we'll see who comes in. So now Davis McBee with the in-swinging corner, and headed away by what looked like Seth Hall, and cleared away by Gage Acker. So now Calvin Semedo will bring the ball down under control, and he's taking on Fatinos. Nice ball to Christopher Holscher, the number 9. Back to Calvin Semedo, who's in on goal. Is this 3-0? Yes, it is! No, not quite. It's into the side netting, and so close to 3-0. And Calvin Semedo can't quite believe it. I couldn't quite believe it either. It was a beautiful ball through by Christopher Holscher. And this looked destined for the net, but a very, very good save by Ben Nust to keep this at 2-0. So 5.5 minutes to go in Tigerville, and instead of a goal, it'll be a corner kick. So Henao Chica will stand over the corner. And it's into the box, headed away by Belmont Abbey. It's still there. Kay McLaughlin finds Robbie Jenkinson. And now Eric Carter will win it back, but Calvin Semedo is there. And the referee will call play back for a foul on Eric Carter. So free kick now with about 4:45 to go in the second half. Here's the cross in for Belmont Abbey, and it's cleared away by Arthur Leray. Referee raises his flag, and it will be a throw in for North Greenville. Holscher with the header on. And now Belmont Abbey's turn to keep possession with the substitute Nicholas Fatinos to Kinsley Owens. Charlton. Cleared away by Gage Acker, and it'll be another throw-in for Belmont Abbey. But instead, what they thought was a throw-in for Belmont Abbey was a North Greenville throw instead. So Gage Acker will retrieve the ball. And a long throw finding Christopher Holscher, and he finds Henao Chica, but it'll be called back for a free kick on Belmont Abbey's side. So Adam Linskog will take the free kick, and he sends the ball long, headed away by Angel Miranda brilliantly. And now Calvin Semedo is on the counterattack. Nice tackle there by Eric Carter, and Calvin Semedo gets right back up to his feet. Semedo goes down, and the referee does see the foul, and it will be a free kick for North Greenville. So Angel Miranda looking for room to shoot. Instead, he finds Christopher Holscher, who brought the ball down. Still Holscher, headed on by Jorge Henao Chica, and the ball will go out for a goal kick. Here's Adam Linskog for Belmont Abbey. 2 minutes to go in Tigerville. Long ball over the top goes out for another North Greenville throw-in. Well, folks, it just looks like Andy Aulick's side have done their homework, and they have just about gotten the job done tonight, folks. They just need to finish this last minute and a half out with possession, and it'll be all smiles on the sideline with red jerseys and the coaches in their white polos tonight. Not only 2 goals on this Belmont Abbey side, but a clean sheet as well for Reno Vandermeer. And if the result holds, it'll be his 3rd of the season. And for Coach Andrew Aulick, it'll be his first win against this side after the devastating loss they had this past spring. Foul drawn there by Belmont Abbey, as looks like both Kevin Daly and Calvin Semedo are down. And it will be a yellow card for Calvin Semedo. So free kick now with 58 seconds to go in the second half for Belmont Abbey. And Davis McBee will be standing over this free kick. And for North Greenville, this is will be a very significant win for them. And as I mentioned earlier, these two teams have had quite a history. And for North Greenville, it's not gone their way, as they've only beaten this side twice in history. And the last win coming against them was away from home way back 9 years ago in a 3-1 win in 2012. But since then, it's been all Belmont Abbey. But tonight, North Greenville will take revenge, and they'll get the revenge that they've been hoping for, as Reno Vandermeer makes the save. And he's going to take his sweet time as well. Long ball forward by Vandermeer, looking for Holscher. And instead it finds Seth Hall. Nice tackle by him, and again by Seth Hall. .25 seconds to go. One last chance maybe for Belmont Abbey to get a goal back, as the cross comes in on that far side. It finds Kensley Owens on the left side. 10 seconds to go. Here's the cross in, cleared away by Hanau Chica. The final seconds tick off, and there it is, folks. There it is. They have their revenge. They have the win against Belmont Abbey. And for North Greenville, it's a crucial win because it gets their first conference win of the season. They go 4-3 overall. And for Belmont Abbey, their struggles continue as they go 2-6 on the season. But for North Greenville, a huge victory tonight. 2 wins for this North Greenville program. The first for the women's side, 5-2 earlier. And the final score from the men's game tonight, Belmont Abbey 0, North Greenville 2. Thank you for joining us on the Conference Carolinas Network. Be sure to watch the NGU Crusaders back in action this coming Saturday as they travel to Mount Olive College to take on the Trojans. Thank you again for watching. This has been Graham Lee, the voice of NGU Soccer.